If you're ready to become someone who follows through on all the promises you've made for yourself, regardless of your mood and circumstances, then this video is for you. Today, I'm breaking down the operating system of a self-led top 1% woman that enables them to be the type who keeps promises to herself, executes what she decides, overcomes her own resistance consistently, while using her potential to create a positive impact on those around her. If you want to be just like her, you don't need wealth, status, or conventional beauty to hold these standards. You don't even have to be rare in the world. You just have to be rare in your own life, because ultimately, this comes down to your personal standards, your operating system. So if you've tried all the routines and habits the internet has to offer, and you're still not where you want to be, you're not failing. You're just building on the wrong foundation. And that's what we're building today. This is the Top 1% Women Operating System. The top 1% women deeply believe that they alone are responsible for shaping their own life. And it's not because they live a life free of stress and challenges, but because they focus on what they can control. This is why morning and evening routines matter, because it's your daily proof of your authority. Every time you honor your non-negotiables, especially when it's hard, you are casting a vote for who you are becoming. Person who has self-control, who follows through even when no one is watching. And over time, those small acts create something deeper, your self-trust. And thankfully, self-trust is not something you either have or don't. It's something you build through evidence. And they do this by regularly reflecting on proof that they are living in alignment with their standards. And when something doesn't work out, they don't spiral, they reframe failure as feedback. To them, it's just information to adjust and learn. But learning only happens because they are brutally honest about what they need to improve on. And they don't just rely on self-evaluation for this. They seek outside feedback, they invest in growth, and they adapt without abandoning themselves. But agency without direction leads nowhere. These women know what matters and why it matters to them. That's why they move with such intention, focus, and confidence. The same goes for us. We can write down the 3 priorities every day, but if those lists don't serve our larger vision, then we're just optimizing for the wrong life. You need to get really clear on your purpose to move and direct your life with confidence. So one more thing I wanted to add here is that I know it's easier said than done to figure out what your purpose is. I know even for myself, it took me a really long time to figure it out. But I have documented my own internal process, how I figured out my life pillars, which I explained in one of my first few videos. I'm warning you, those first few videos is not the best. I was just starting out and I was just learning how to edit and all of that. But I literally did not gatekeep my whole internal process on how I figured out what was standing on the way, how I was self-sabotaging, and honestly more. So I have 2 tools, you may call it. One of them is figuring out your life pillars. I haven't actually updated it, so I'm just going to link the original one in the description below for you to grab. And the second one is actually a pre-goal journal. I have made a workbook of this, but you absolutely don't need to buy the journal itself, because if you watch the second video, I basically ran through all of the questions that were inside that journal. But yeah, like honestly, if you could painfully listen through the whole video, all of the questions are there. So I'll link that also in the description below. But their clarity is not just about their own personal success, it's also about contribution. Top performers do not obsess over self-optimization alone. They build skills that create value beyond themselves. Because self-optimization alone does not make you exceptional. Mastery does. And wherever you are, whether you're a student, employee, or in transition, there is always a skill that you can sharpen. And if your current environment doesn't allow that, you create space outside of it. But once you discover what matters to you, mastering your attention to deepen the skill becomes essential. In a distracted world, controlled attention is power. And when you apply focused effort towards something valuable and can benefit others, you become rare. And rare creates leverage. So lately, I have been learning to do splits. I would say when I was younger, I was able to do like the middle splits before, but I was never really able to do front splits. Now I can't even do either one. I can't even touch my toes. That's how bad it is. And so I've been basically leaning into discomfort by reteaching myself how to do the splits and just to be more flexible in general. Now, obviously, you don't need to learn the splits to be successful or to be the top 1%. I don't think they're all learning how to do splits. But I think the idea is that you're just giving yourself that space to lean into discomfort, because discomfort actually teaches you something. So I'll show you what my progress is. I'm not there yet. I don't think so, but you can watch me suffer. So the video that I have been following is this video. Another fascinating thing about clarity is that it fuels the willingness to deliberately choose discomfort. We all experience discomfort. Life naturally gives it to us whether you're ready or not, and it often comes in 3 forms: physical, emotional, and social. But the top 1% don't just endure discomfort when forced to, they practice it on purpose. And the most accessible way to do that is through your body. Most people, when discomfort hits, all they could think about is how to make it stop. But high performers ask, how do I stay effective inside this discomfort? Giving yourself the space to practice physical discomfort gives you a measurable and safe way to teach your brain to remain calm when something hurts or is uncomfortable. That belief is transferable. You can tap into it whenever you have hard conversations, you're being rejected, or when someone misunderstands you. The list seriously goes on. You are not just enduring discomfort, you are performing through it. And that's what makes the top 1% rare. Ow. Okay, other side. Okay. Find the other side. It's harder than the other one. Almost there, guys. Oh, it's the hamstring. I can't get. My backside is ready. It's this guy. And that is it. Oh, I'll show you guys if I ever make it and actually do this dance. Oh man, I'm so sore. Now, before we close this off, I wanted to go back to one of the hardest discomfort that anyone could face. Research shows that when majority of the people believe something incorrect, and you know they are incorrect, you start doubting your own perception. Now imagine if this pressure is being directed to you. And the top 1% women are not immune to this. In fact, they experience it more often because they are out there creating, building, and making an impact. So when you don't feel like you belong, when you're misunderstood, or when there's no validation present, you are left with the same choice. Most people will adjust themselves just to fit in. Or you can imitate the top 1% and choose not to shrink yourself just to fit in. And if you've clicked on this video and are still watching, you are resonating because a part of you believes that you have the potential to become like these women. The kind of person who executes what she decides on. The kind of person who could hold her vision without external validation. The kind of person who uses pressure or deliberately choose discomfort to refine yourself and to make an impact. So maybe the question isn't whether you can become a top 1% woman, but whether you're willing to live by the standard she lives by even before the evidence appears. Because from what I've learned, that's the secret to keeping all the promises I've made for myself.